Hi guys. So welcome to Autismal Couples. My name is Tavis Kelly. If I haven't mentioned this before in some of the videos, or rather, this is still a slow and upcoming channel. Anyway, the purpose of this video is if you know me on Facebook. Basically, if you're someone from Facebook or someone who has subscribed in it from my other channels, uh, the basic of this is that this is my therapy, more or less. At least that's what I like to call it, because it's expensive as hell. Very simple. It's just expensive. In the background is my PlayStation system. I figure it's better than silence for right now. So give you a bit of an ambiance. Anyway, so what this is on my Facebook page, I mentioned how there was an incident from someone being ignorant, and how basically, long story short, it's a thing of, getting judged by someone who doesn't know me is a tick. And that pushed me to do a video of this. And if you've known me on Facebook, I put in there saying how this is a special journal where I'm going to talk about a song, and I'm going to talk about my life on it. And again, this is all for basically people who don't know what's going on. If you made it this far, here's what it is. I'm going to talk about my life a little bit. I get people to understand me. Certain songs I discuss. There are certain things I'm going to go to a dark place on. There are certain things I'm going to talk about that may be uncomfortable for people. And what I want it to understand, especially YouTube, I know someone's going through this. Someone has to be reviewing this. You can flag whatever the hell I say on this as much as you want, but understand this is therapy for me. So before you decide to flag me because I talk about something, understand that to stop me from saying things does not stop how it's talked about anywhere else. So take a chance to understand what I'm talking about, or just understand that this is therapy for me and I kind of need this. So we're going to start. This is a 3-song special to start off this journal. And this is going to YouTube artist Dax, D-A-X. I'll actually put the name of the songs from him in the title, and then you guys get it from there. And I promise I'm not going to do long intros like that. This because this is just journal number 1, and for anyone who's new, you at least understand. We're going to start off with Dax's. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I know exactly where to start on this one. We're going to start with one of Dax's songs, From a Man's Perspective. Okay? The basis of the song is how, the way Dax sings the song and portrays is from the view of a man in the relationship, and especially the type of relationship where the woman belittles him or makes him feel unimportant. And no matter what it is, it doesn't really matter. And I'm not saying this to point out anybody, although if you're someone I know and you're watching this, you know what you did. Plain and simple. Although the likelihood certain women would ever see this is highly unlikely. So, not my problem. From a man's perspective, for me, to continue on about the whole song, is that in the song, Dax talks about how coming from a man, what's really hard, and ladies, I want you to understand this. What's the word? The view of what men are supposed to be has shifted so much that men have no idea what the hell to do. At first, to be manly is, not showing emotion, not caring, being protective, this, that, and the other, basic man stuff. But then to which, not too many women like that. And it's like, okay. So then men try to be a little softer, to help, with the women and how it is. Try to be more understanding, not be as manly or aggressive or whatever. Well, then some decide to pull a 180 and say, no, you can't do that. Apologies. Lingering cough still hasn't gone away. So eventually, and then it's like it's been a back and forth battle between men and women on how a man is perceived. I think that was the word I was trying to look for earlier. The perception of man is always that he is the giver, the provider, the money breadwinner, all this crap at a certain time, and sometimes even now. And it's hard because when men have to hold, say, an image, and some of us have to lie. We shouldn't have to. Men should have a right to be able to be who they are. Some of them are just goofy. Some of them are fun-loving. Some of them like to do workouts. Some do whatever. It's up to your discretion, ladies, to, pick out the good ones. You just got to spend time with them. Men deserve to be who they are. At the same time, men also deserve to they should be allowed to express themselves. They should be explain and, be real to themselves and to the ones that they want to be with. But the problem is that the world screws up men's image so badly. We're lucky to get that done. I highly suggest watching it and listening. It's a good eye-opener for people who want to understand or who would like to, or even if you're curious. Just listen to the song and you'll see what I'm talking about. This song for me hits me in two ways. Before I got with my wife, Jessica, God bless her, there were at least, I've been through a handful of relationships, a lot of them online. Jessica, I would have to say, out of all, out of the majority of relationships I've had, she is the second person I have been physically together with, but she's the only one that I've successfully been intimate with. The other one, I don't know. It got awkward. It really did. Anytime I tried to be intimate, it got weird. You know, they complained a bit, this, that, and the other, and it didn't make it easy for me. The two girls before her, one lived in Texas. Her name was Sam. She was my first in terms of trying to have a relationship because I didn't want to be alone. And I didn't know how to talk to people in person. We were together, and at the time, I didn't know how really to work a relationship. We were together for a month, and then she dropped me because I wasn't giving her enough attention. Later down the road, she ended up getting together with her second cousin, got married, and there was one time, I have no idea why, couldn't explain this to you. She decided to tell me at one point how intimately gifted he was. She didn't get into expressive detail outside of that he was such a pro at what he was doing that all he would have to do is touch the bra strap and it would come off as if it was nothing. And I'm thinking to myself, really? You're going to tell me this? I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed. And you know, when she first asked me about her telling me, I lied. Because no, she never did tell me, so I had to fake that. And I could definitely tell you, I was pissed off and disgusted. So Sam, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. But that's some weird incest shit. I don't care how far distance from the tree it is. You just don't fucking do that. And then especially you tell your ex about how your current is with you in an intimate fashion. You don't fucking do that. It's disgusting. Second, most intimate. Now, between this and the second one, I did meet my wife. At the time, was a friend on another online site, and we just talked. You know, we were really good friends. You know, we always talked. I felt comfortable with her, she with me, yada yada. The second chick was named Joyce. Now, Joyce, at the time I was living in California, she lived in there with me. And she was more awkward than Sam. More awkward than the first girl I was physically intimate with. Or together with. It's really hard to say that, but try to understand. When I say, for me, when I say the first physical girl I was with, I was intimate, I'm not meaning that in a dirty way. Just, I have a hard time trying to find proper words to use it. So just bear with me. But Joyce, was a nut. Well, more than a nut, she was a gold digger. And I didn't know that at the time. Met her on a website called IMVU. It's kind of like Sims, but you can. There's an 18 plus site that if you subscribe to, it can get pornographic. So, just telling you now, no need to look into it. Anyway, Joyce and I were together for more than a month. I can't remember how long. And at the time, I had lost Sam. You know, I was friends with Jess. And Joyce was a gold digger, like I said. Because you can buy things for your avatars on IMVU, and I would spend money on her shit that she wanted. It was like, and I did it because, I wanted to be with somebody. It was a one-sided relationship, though, because she never gave me her phone number. I gave her mine. And she would regularly call me, but I could never call her. And she would call me at times, like, in the middle of my job. And I'm like, honey, hey, is everything okay? Oh, yeah, I just wanted to talk to you. Okay, well, sweetie, I'm at work. And it's like, Joyce, I can't. She made it hell for me, but again, didn't want to be alone. So time went by, and then Joyce on that IM chat site calls me in with another guy. And she ended up saying how both of you clearly have deep feelings to me, so I want you both to fight to the death. And if you're losing brain cells on this, don't feel bad. I did too. So, and like, this was fucking nuts. It's like, you want me to fight my avatar to the death because someone else liked you, even though I'm with you. It doesn't make sense. That just didn't make sense. Why would it make sense? My brain stopped when that happened, and so yeah. And so I asked Joyce, "Are you serious?" Hey, this guy's getting his fucking avatar all set up and everything. And she's like, "Yes, I am serious. If you truly care about me, you'll fight for me." And I'm like, you know what? No, this is not worth it. I looked at it. I had my character look at him and he's like, you know what? Keep her. Not worth it. And I logged off. Well, technically, I went to the 18 plus side. I had a job working as a DJ at a strip club. Um, I'm not gonna lie, the people that were on that part of the site, they were actually very nice. They were very, very nice. Um, it was kind of like going into a room of friends and there's people talking, you know. And I went there. You know, they all said hi. How you doing? I told them what happened. Every single one of them gave my character a hug because they said that was just god awful. You know, and I was with these guys like for maybe a month, and they all said that I was like the sweetest person they ever talked to and met. And I, of course, because I'm always nice. I'm a nice person. I like to think so. Anyway, um, yeah, it was hard. That was my grandest first heartbreak and first person cheating on me. And what's even worse was that I tried to ask Joyce, hey, you know, how about we meet up? Oh, no, I don't think that'd be a good idea because I have trust issues, yeah. And yet, she cheated on me, moved to a different state to be with this guy she cheated on me on, only to find out that he did not keep any promise that he made. Fate's a bitch. um so during that time during those times I had to lie to myself. I had to lie about myself. I had to be someone I wasn't, and if I tried to be myself, I was looked at weird. Jessica was the only one I could truly be myself. I can act like myself. You know, I could be an absolute goofy moron, and she didn't care. So long as, you know, so long as I treated her right and she was happy. Now, after all this was done, uh, Jess and I started talking more, and it became a little bit more intimate. And so on April 8th of 2008, we officially decided that we were going to be a couple. It's like, okay. This is where however, before that, and it was a good couple months for this one, this is where Dax's next song took my heart out. And this song basically is talking from the perspective of someone who's been in so many broken relationships that they'd sooner be numb than feel hurt again. And Jess and I have both went through that, but the way that worked was because of the failed relationships I had up until her. You know, I was kind of numb because I just thought to myself, I'm going to be fucking alone all my life because, I mean, who the hell wants to be with me, right? And there's no way in hell I'm too stupid to read on women's lines and crap of what they want, so what the hell? So, I was numb. You know, and My mom knew that. So, and Jessica, hers happened when I ended up learning a truth about her at the time. Now, bear this in mind. I'll be truthful. I had just graduated high school. I was 18. And between 18 and 19, my wife and I are 7 years apart. So, yes, she was in high school. I mean, y'all can be shocked about it as much as you want, but I like to make this clear. My grandparents on my mother's side were 14 years apart. They damn near started the same way that I just told you about me and my wife. So, before you get on me, understand that there's hundreds, maybe thousands of people who've probably been through this. If you're going to judge me and you happen to be one of those people, rocking glass houses. Enough said. So, anyway. And at the time, she lied to me about her age. And a couple of things. And then she told me, then I found out the truth. And then that's when she had her heart out. Because she thought to herself, the one person that she was able to connect to, where she could be herself, be her true self, she thought I was going to walk away. I thought about it. Instead, I said, okay, well, I still have strong feelings for you. I still feel you and I can make this work, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to wait. We're not going to do anything stupid. We're not going to break any rules. We're going to talk, like as if we were, in a word, an official couple. And go from there. 2 years later, would be when, and I decided that we both decided to make it official. She was a little bit older now at the time. And her mother knew. She knew about my age and everything. She granted permission for me to date her daughter, so long as I wasn't being stupid. And I'm like, no problems. And at first my mom was against it, but then she came around when she realized how happy she made me. But it's a really it's a quick song. It's very touching. Best thing I can tell you is, go and watch it. Watch it, listen to it. It's a very expressive song, and it hits a little each time I hear it. I cry a little bit whenever I sing it. The last song by Dax is called Lonely Dirt Road. This song depicts about how, once again, coming from the perspective of a man, that men do everything they can to provide. They do what they can to keep up appearances. Men do their best to hide their emotions. To be able to look and appear strong in front of family. in front of friends. So so when they're alone, they cry. They break down. They do what they need to. And it hurts. It hurts because there are times where I get so tired of putting on a mask so much. Many of you would often message me asking me if I'm okay, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've lied. All of you to your face, saying I'm fine. Or I'll tell you in a minor way that, oh, I'm just a little tired. I think the only other person that really knows, the only couple people that know how I am, quite frankly, are my mothers. My stepmom and my actual mom. And I know my dad knows, per se. He gets it because he understands. But I try so hard to... I apologize. I'm actually going to start crying because I don't get to admit this a lot. And the fact that I'm admitting this on here, it's honestly embarrassing, So, I try, with where we are now, me being the only one working, it gets hard. I don't think many people understand. When you're the only one providing, because the other can't, because we can't trust anybody to watch our kid, to watch the dog, to even take care of the house. When you're stuck at a time where you see news articles saying how there's these babysitters that mistreat kids, it's like, why would I subject my own daughter to that? I'd sooner live near family, someone I could trust to watch my kid, over some stranger I don't know. And then trying to think about sending my kid to daycare, well, that costs money. Money that's only coming through me. So it's hard. It really is. And I don't think a lot of people get that. It's hard when you're a first-time parent and then you're the one trying to provide, and you make enough money to do a good grocery shopping for a week, tops. Maybe 2 if you stretch it. And then paying bills. You're lucky to have anything for yourself and to spend anything for yourself. It's hard. Now, some people are going to say, "Oh, that welcome to the world of adulting." I don't want to hear that. Do you know how if you understood for a single fucking minute how insensitive that is? Welcome to the world of adulting. Really? This, I wouldn't have guessed. I would not have fucking guessed that this was adulting. No shit. I get that this is adulting. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to adult. My goal in life was to start an actual family. When I was in high school, when I got out of high school, I wanted my own family because I wanted some fucking validation to feel like I goddamn matter. And I apologize for cursing so much, but it's one of those things where when you hear certain phrases where people's like, for example, with the way I abused my body as a kid up to now, and I'm in pain, and then you get some of these older people saying, oh, you're young, you'll be all right. It's like, shut the hell up. You don't know me. You don't know what the hell I've done. So you don't get to tell me that. Your experiences are not mine. I do not get to relive that crap. Okay? Back off. And then the sarcastic condescending of welcome to adulting or adulthood or parenthood when it comes to, you know, raising a kid for the first time or managing bills for the first time. It's like, shut the fuck up. I get it. Do you honestly think I would have gone this far to be where I am if I didn't think this is the type of shit I was going to be in? Basically, this is just me complaining and bitching because any other time, if I were to have done this way back when, I would have been looked at as if I was unmanly. And that's the thing about the Lonely Dirt Road. In one part of the song, by myself, if the walls could talk, they would probably say it's my fault. Because I didn't try hard, didn't do enough, because I put these chains on myself and doubt myself and feel like I'm not good enough. I can do that all on my own. So what I want to hear from you is, not anyone specific, what I want to hear from fucking people when I have to complain about something is support. Support. It's not fucking hard. It really isn't. But no, people will just want just push it aside. It's like, oh, he's fine. He's just learning what adulting. Shut the fuck up. You don't get it. It got me mad one time, and I'll say this for the record. There were times, many times, and I'm gonna say this now, Sarah, I love you, I do. You are a wonderful sister. I will go to hell and back for you and your girls. I really would. But there were times, I swear to God, I wanted to slap you for some of the things you said. And I'm going to be clear on what they are. The only thing I ever wanted to really rim you on was how you wanted to go out and do your own thing. You know the times I'm talking about. I'm not going to say them. But those moments where you would tell me how taking care of the girls, and this was before my daughter, taking care of the girls will get you prepared for your own kid. No. Absolutely goddamn not. That's not how it works, sis. Taking care of your kid does not prep me to take care of mine. Because not every kid is the same. They're not. Because if that's the case, I should have been treated the same way you were when I came in. But I wasn't. Because I had autism. But if we took your logic, prepping, it would have been like, with mom taking care of you first, she should have been all fine to take care of me. Should have been just fine. No. No, that's not how it works. Because if you were to take care of someone else's kid, watch someone else's kid who has a whole different behavior system, just because you have two girls does not mean you're prepared for it. Because you don't know what to do. You don't know the routine. You don't know what they need to do. So no, taking care of Paisley does not prepare me for my own child. I feel like you did not, that the concept just got lost on you somewhere, and it pissed me off every single time you said it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the times I did watch my niece did not prepare me at all. None of it. Because Lily is not Paisley. She is not Riley. She is her own person with her own attitude. Very simple. Very simple. And I'm sorry to get that hard on you. But if you had any goddamn idea how long I've been holding that, I'm just happy I got it out, because I feel like a lot of weight came off. Because there was a time you kept dropping Paisley on me and Jess at one point. And it's like, when you kept doing that, you didn't ask me and Jess if I wanted to do it. No, you just up and did it and made the excuse saying it'll be good experience. No, it wasn't a good experience, because you didn't bother to ask if me and Jess had any plans. And that's the thing that pisses me off, is that you didn't bother to ask. I don't know how clear I have to make that. Now that I've gotten all that out of my system, I want you to understand, you are still my sister. I will still hop in my truck and drive down to you if you ever needed me, and I will still do that to this day, no matter how you used to be with me. And don't get me wrong, I was just as bad to you, but I would like to think that if something happened to me, that if I needed you, you would come down here. No matter what, doesn't matter. But I had to get that off my chest. It had to be said. Because I feel that the times you kept trying to drop Paisley off on me and Jess was not fair to us, because we weren't doing anything. Yeah, we said yes. But that's because anytime we tried to tell you no, you forced it on us. And I did not appreciate that. So I'm just airing out my own laundry about it. I don't want anyone to try and talk to my sister, to try and ream on my sister. She is her own person. And I still love her. She's still my sister. It is what it is. But with Lonely Dirt Road, it's the thing of, having to dismiss myself, so that way I had a moment of me to be able to get these emotions out, because I didn't want my family to see me cry. I didn't want them to see my anger. I didn't want them to know I was in pain. I didn't want them to know my personal hell that I created for myself. Because I would have to think that there would have to be some type of heaven for what hell I had inside, here and here. And I lost so much of myself fighting my own battle that I'm surprised I'm still standing. And that's because the only reason I'm still standing is because no one else is going to do it for me. And I have people to take care of that rely on me. So I force my ass up. I get on my feet. And if I have to drag my carcass down the street along the sidewalk to get to work just to drag it back, I will do that. Because that's what I have to do. I don't get a choice. And people can say, oh, sure, you have it. There's always a choice. You know what? You want to know what the choice is? The choice is homelessness, no job, no way to take care of my family. That's not a choice. And it never will be. I don't plan on making that choice. My choice is to provide. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And that's what I tell myself every damn day. So part of the song in Lonely Dirt Road is when I need space. That's where I go. You know, just finding a place to escape that no one knows. Those aren't the exact lyrics, but I'm not trying not to plagiarize or whatever. The point being is that when it comes down to what's happening, what people need to understand is that I'm doing the best I can. And it's hard every goddamn day. And yet I manage somehow to pull my ass up. As much as I would much sooner lay 6 feet deep just to know peace. I can't. Because it's not fair to them. So the bonus song I'm going to say out of here is Jelly Roll's I'm Not Okay. It's a simple song. It's practically a song of admittance. And part of the song says that I know I can't be the only one who's holding on. But when everything is said and done, I'm not okay. But it's all going to be all right. And that's because I have to make it all right. It's hard. It really is. And it's one of those admittance that's hard for me to explain. It's not easy to bear yourself in front of people you don't know. It's much harder than you realize. Sometimes embarrassing because you just think that you're going to get that one person that's just going to be a jackass. So that concludes this journal. I know a chunk of it was because of the intro. I apologize. And like I said, this is my therapy. Getting all this out, telling my life through songs. So, 3 decks of songs. From a man's perspective, Took My Heart Out, and Lonely Dirt Road, and the bonus song, Jelly Rolls, I'm Not Okay. Listen to those songs, and you're going to feel something different. So, I apologize for some of that. But I hope this gives you an intro to understanding. Thank you all for watching. You know, hopefully, I hope you all have a good day. And just be good people.